you can't wait to meet him. All the way from Wilbur, Nebraska, here he is, Les Vilda. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I am Les Vilda, your B.E.E.R. beer party candidate for U.S. President. Allow me to explain a little bit about the beer party. The beer party is named for our mascot, what you get when you cross a bear with a deer. A bear with antlers, a biologically engineered experimental reindeer. I know that many people that are supporters of the beer party share several qualities of the beer. Intelligent, fearless, aggressive, and horny. You may not recognize my name, but you may recognize my campaign slogan, "Get more with less, because you couldn't do any worse." I think many of you concerned citizens probably interested in my platform. I love telling people about my platform. It's an 8x14 made of redwood, sits off the back of my house. It's the place I drink my morning coffee, entertain guests, read the newspaper. I've been told years ago, if you're going to run for an office as prestigious as the President of the United States of America, you need a good, solid platform. I'm very proud to be able to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, mine is held up to 30, count them, 30 growing adults at one time, and it's still standing firm. So how do I stand on the big issues facing America? As you get to know me a little better, you're going to find that I don't have very strong feelings one way or the other of the big issues facing this country. What you will find is I'm pretty much just a spineless little weenie that the Beer Party Campaign Committee threw into the political ring. But if you think about it, my spinelessness would allow me to be able to dance and bounce around like a puppet on the strings of money and power just as well, maybe better, than any of the other candidates. I would like to bring up the topic of campaign promises. How many times have political candidates say they're going to promise you something, and then when they get into office, how many of those are actually followed through? Few, if any. That is why I would like to say over and over, as I did during my 2008 and 2012 campaigns, I will not make you any campaign promises. I figure if I promise you nothing and I accomplish nothing, you're not going to be disappointed. And just think, if I do accomplish something, you're going to be very happy that you voted for me. Yes, I do have a campaign, a cabinet in place when I'm elected. Professionals, you may recognize some of their names. Jack Daniels, Jim Beam, Johnny Walker, Dr. McGillicuddy, Jose Cuervo, and if things get really, really tough, we may even pull in old Granddad. I know I told you that I didn't have any strong feelings one way or the other about the big issues facing America. But with that being said, I would like to touch on a couple of topics that are near and dear to my heart. One being gun control. Well, for decades, it's been a topic that has been concerning American citizens and American politicians. Well, I say that in order to have good gun control, the most important thing is a good fitting holster. You need a good fitting holster for your gun to have good gun control. And secondly, are the grips. In order to get and maintain good control over your gun, you need fine fitting grips. And I also believe in a statement that was given a number of years ago by the past perpetual presidential candidate, Pat Paulson, when he said, and I grossly paraphrase, that every American needs to know how to handle a gun well and every household needs at least one shotgun. Why, how else are you going to go fishing? Now, you know, I've been all over this great country of ours, crisscrossing this way and that way in my beautiful mobile campaign headquarters, this 1920 Model TT Ford truck. I've been out kissing hands and shaking babies, letting America know just how much I care. I even spent a couple weeks up in Canada. You never know where those winning votes are going to come from. And while crossing America, I asked America for their support.
Oh my God.
And some of them gave it to me. Yes, indeed. Go America.
That's awesome.
I know you'd like to follow me a little bit more, but I really like to take a couple minutes to introduce my campaign staff. Overworked, underpaid, such a thing that we have to bear, but by golly, it's a wonderful campaign staff, and I'd like to introduce you to them. This is Bob. Hello, is this thing on? My campaign staff. Bob. Hello? Hello?
I didn't
Anybody?
get that first.
Hello? Let me make sure these microphones are working. Just a moment. Yep, they seem to be working fine. Yes, indeed. All right.
Bob. It didn't even click in my head.
So you'd probably like to know a little bit about me. What makes me worthy of being a presidential candidate? Well, I'd like to start out by saying I'm a lifetime resident of Wilbur, Nebraska, a graduate of Wilbur-Claytonia High School. I received my bachelor's degree from Doane College in Crete, Nebraska. I'm an Eagle Scout with 3 palms, an honorably discharged Vietnam War era veteran, ambassador of the Santa Fe Trail, 1993 recipient of the Nebraska's Friend Award, professional speaker, history consultant, master rope maker, member of the Veterans of Rocky Mountain Philosophy, and for over 20 years, owner of my own living history business, Have Donkey Will Travel. I am also the connoisseur of fine manure, the guru of doo-doo, the philosopher of feces, the purveyor of poop. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I really know crap. Why, that alone should be enough to tell you that I'd make a wonderful president. I know I'm not telling you anything new by telling you that campaigning costs money. Being a write-in candidate, I'm not eligible for campaign, state or federal campaign funds, but they do allow us to sell campaign souvenirs. So at this time, I'd like to show you what kind of beautiful souvenirs we have available right here at this event. We have these beautiful gold t-shirts. Why gold, you ask? Because Beer Party supporters are #1. They rank first place. They deserve the gold. And what a lovely coincidence that it also happens to be the color of beer. Well, the campaign t-shirts are available in sizes small to 5X large, and like Moses, allow me to part to see.
That's awesome.
Les Vilda, Beer Party candidate for U.S. President. Now, they're only $15 a piece. We also have these lovely soft 6-pack coolers. Some people call them lunch coolers. They're available in red or blue. These read, Beer Party candidate, vote Les Vilda for U.S. President, because you couldn't do any worse. Only $10 a piece. And these lovely can koozies for $2 a piece. One side reads, Les Vilda, Beer Party candidate for U.S. President. The flip side, because you couldn't do any worse. Well, ladies and gentlemen, when you get to the polls in November, I surely do hope that you remember to vote early, vote often, vote more for less. All your votes will be greatly appreciated. Thank you so very much. Have a great day, and God bless America.